This is Africa, considered as the poor region of Earth, but it has now become the hub of Cold War for America and China, world's two biggest superpowers, both of powers competing for one source that can lead them to rule the future. China dominating this war is making America to get dependent on China for import of this unique resource. And this unique resources are the rich minerals of Africa, like lithium and cobalt, which are mainly used to make batteries for electric cars. These two countries are 11,611 kilometers apart, but they are fighting a war thousands of kilometers away in Africa. Because it is a war of future technology, and whoever wins will completely rule the future. This is why both countries are investing billions of dollars in this region. But China currently dominates the supply chain, as well as their refinement, and the US wants to reduce its reliance on the Asian giant. In the last quarter of 2023, BYD surpassed Tesla as the world's top EV maker by sales, though Tesla reclaimed the title in the first quarter of this year when BYD reported a 43% drop in sales compared with the previous quarter. Even Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who made a surprise visit to Beijing, has said that without trade barriers, Chinese EV makers would demolish their competitors. Lithium-ion battery imports climbed to a record double in tons in 2022, jumping 99% increase from previous year 2021, according to data from Panjiva. That marked the third consecutive year in which US battery imports roughly doubled. Even the UK is considering sanctions on Chinese EVs to prevent economic fallout. Why it is so essential for America to get its influence more in Africa to get itself independent of China for these crucial minerals, and why the poor Africa is the main region of conflict. Let's find out in detail in this video. Actually, Africa contains 30% of the world's mineral reserves, and those minerals are essential for creating future technologies. The quest for these mineral reserves is causing these two superpowers to compete. Africa holds more than just the future of its people. It holds the key to the future of technology. Without the minerals buried in its soil, the electric cars, smartphones, and renewable energy systems we depend on may never exist. Lithium, cobalt, nickel, and rare earth metals are the building blocks of modern technology. Whoever controls these resources will control the future. That's why the world's superpowers, China and America, are focusing their attention and investments on Africa like never before. In Africa's Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, specifically in the Katanga region, the world's largest cobalt reserves are found, capable of supplying 70 to 80% of the world's production. Africa also holds 40% of the world's gold and up to 90% of its chromium and platinum reserves. These minerals are essential because they are used to manufacture batteries for electric vehicles, EVs, cell phones, wind turbines, F-35 fighter jets, and more. As the world moves towards electric vehicles and renewable energy sources, these minerals are vital for everyone. According to an IEA forecast report, to keep the Earth's temperature in check, we need to reduce fuel combustion by 2040, which means shifting to EVs. And for that, these minerals are necessary. A typical EV car requires 53.2 kilograms of copper and several kilograms of lithium, nickel, manganese, cobalt, graphite, and rare earth minerals, most of which are found in this region. This is why America and China want to control these areas, to access these minerals and increase their future power, leading to their competition. In the Katanga region of DRC, with 80% of the world's cobalt production, and its neighboring country Zambia, which has 6% of the world's copper, these areas are prime targets. Additionally, Angola holds significant reserves of copper, manganese, gold, and other important minerals. With the USA having more control in this area, Zimbabwe has large lithium reserves, and South Africa is rich in rare earth minerals. However, the primary areas of rivalry between the two countries are the Katanga region of the DRC and Zambia. As the world shifts towards electric vehicles and renewable energy, the race to secure these minerals is intensifying, and right now, China is leading the way. China is currently dominating this technology war due to its strong trading bonds with African countries. China has been Africa's largest trading partner for 15 years, investing heavily since 2003. From an initial $75 million investment in 2003, China invested $5 billion in 2021 and $1.8 billion in 2023. China's approach to securing its place as a global superpower has been methodical and long-term. Since 2003, China has poured billions into African infrastructure, building roads, railways, power plants, and even entire cities. This infrastructure not only supports the local economies, but also strengthens China's grip on Africa's mineral resources. Through partnerships with African governments, China has negotiated long-term contracts for mineral extraction, often providing African nations with the infrastructure they need in exchange for mining rights. This strategic investment has given China unparalleled control over the minerals that will power future technologies. China exports almost 8% of the world's minerals from Africa, making it the largest exporter. Meanwhile, the USA has a good export from the Angola region due to China's limited influence there, as Angola's government wants to reduce Chinese influence in Africa, strengthening ties with the USA. But China seems to be more favored by some countries, as they are not only investing